Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today, we're turning our attention to one of the best supports in Hero Wars, Alliance. He's not a heavy hitter, not a frontline tank, not even your typical healer. But what he is a protector, a cleanser, and a master of reflection, the radiant guardian of light himself, Soleil. Unlike most supports, Soleil doesn't win battles through raw damage. Instead, he shapes the flow of combat, protecting his allies from control, reflecting stuns, blinds, and silences right back at their source. He redistributes armor and magic defense across the team, amplifies healing and damage for those who stand before him, and punishes control-based heroes with elegant precision. Let's dive into how to build around him, how to make the most of his halo, and how to defeat him if he's standing on the enemy's side. Tip 1. Synergies for offense. When used correctly, Soleil turns the battlefield into a rhythm of protection and punishment. His skills revolve around shielding the frontmost ally from stuns, silences, and blinds, stealing armor and magic defense from enemies, spreading those defenses across the team, and marking the central foe with the mark of the ancient god. That mark deals damage every time a skill is used, and it grows even stronger when triggered by control effects. Because of this, Soleil shines when paired with allies who either control or amplify magic power. Pair him with Iris, and the synergy is immediate. Iris lowers the enemy team's magic defense, and Soleil capitalizes on that reduction to shred the marked target. His mark becomes a dangerous amplifier, turning Iris's debuff into a weapon of divine precision. If Soleil rotates positions and Iris ends up in front, his halo continues to protect her while she tears through weakened enemies. With Folio, the combination becomes explosive. His ink copy gains energy faster beside Soleil, enabling earlier ults that devastate entire teams. Soleil then steals armor and magic defense, redistributes it among allies, and inflicts team-wide damage, while Folio's Curse of Knowledge punishes the most intelligent enemy. Together they form an endless feedback loop of chaos and control. Satori and Jurgen are another excellent pair. Soleil shields Satori from disables, letting him safely apply his Foxfire marks. Meanwhile, Jurgen slows enemy energy gain while benefiting from Soleil's magic attack artifact. The trio creates an oppressive rhythm, reduced enemy energy, constant marking, and safe burst potential. For full control dominance, add Polaris and Judge. Their constant stuns and slows synergize perfectly with Soleil's halo, and mark of the ancient god. While Polaris locks down the enemy, Soleil protects her from retaliation and stacks even more damage on the central target. Judge provides another layer of stun and magic attack boost, completing the cycle of control. Nebula also pairs beautifully with Soleil. Since she stands in front, Soleil shields her from disables, allowing her to keep buffing and cleansing nearby allies. In return, Nebula's massive attack boost turns Soleil's moderate damage into something meaningful, and her healing helps maintain his uptime. Then there's Tempus. Soleil's halo keeps him safe from crowd control while Tempus reduces enemy health and physical attack. This pairing is all about tempo control. Soleil ensures Tempus keeps pushing enemies away while Tempus punishes high-penetration foes. Even Luther benefits. With Soleil behind him, Luther can safely leap into the middle of enemy lines without fear of being stunned mid-jump. The halo keeps him clear of blinds and silences, letting his disruption hit full force. Every one of these synergies showcases Soleil's design. He's a guardian who keeps his frontliners safe while empowering mages and controllers behind them. Tip 2. Complementary supports. While Soleil protects others, he also needs protection himself. Supporting the supporter is crucial, and the right allies will ensure his halo never fades. Start with Rufus. His armor artifact bolsters Soleil's physical resistance, and his massive shield absorbs magic damage, even converting it into healing for the whole team. Together they form a defensive wall that can shrug off both magic and melee pressure. Astaroth remains a universal partner. His armor artifact and resurrection skill guarantee Soleil survives critical moments. His flame shield intercepts physical attacks that might otherwise break Soleil's rhythm, allowing him to keep cleansing and buffing uninterrupted. Tempus provides steady regeneration and additional toughness when Soleil's health is low. His golden feathers heal over time, countering enemy damage over time effects that could otherwise bypass Soleil's halo. Somna brings a different kind of protection. Against physical teams, her control and sheep transformations slow incoming damage and create opportunities for Soleil to reinforce his allies. The reduced armor penetration from Somna's debuff makes Soleil notably harder to burst down. Aiden complements Soleil perfectly. His magic defense artifact shields against mages, while his healing and health buffs keep Soleil standing through prolonged fights. Aiden's large shield works in tandem with the halo, physical and magical barriers overlapping for near total coverage. Together, these allies form the backbone of Soleil's ideal environment, a team that sustains, cleanses, and multiplies his utility. Tip 3: How to defeat Soleil. Now, Guardians, let's flip the script. What if Soleil stands across the battlefield, reflecting your control and protecting his team? How do you bring him down? The key is understanding that Soleil thrives on control interactions. He punishes stuns, blinds, and silences by reflecting them. So, avoid relying on those. Instead, strike with direct burst and debuff denial. Iris is the ultimate counter. Her inner fire burns through Soleil's magic and physical attack stats, doubling the burn speed whenever he applies the mark of the ancient god or steals defenses, both treated as debuffs. The result? Soleil essentially fuels his own demise, igniting faster with every cast. Cornelius also destroys Soleil effortlessly. His heavy wisdom can one-shot Soleil if his penetration surpasses Soleil's armor, and his other skills cripple magic attack while raising allies' magic defense. He turns Soleil's own intelligence advantage against him. Rufus, once again, is the natural wall. Against Soleil's magic-based damage, Rufus's shield doesn't just absorb, it heals his team. In magic-heavy metas, Rufus renders Soleil nearly harmless. Amira is another excellent counter. Her magic defense artifact protects her, and if she becomes the target of Soleil's mark, she charges faster, ultimately retaliating with careless wish to eliminate him instantly. Folio needs no explanation. If uninterrupted, one well-timed ink storm ends Soleil in a single blow. Nebula and Celeste counter in subtler ways. Both can remove the mark of the ancient god from allies, and Celeste in her dark form converts Soleil's healing into damage. That simple reversal can collapse an entire defensive setup. And finally, Zesha, if Soleil happens to have the lowest magic defense, her Void Surge will delete him instantly. So, when you face Soleil, remember, don't play into his control game. Strike hard, strike clean, and purge his marks before they multiply. Final thoughts. Soleil is one of those heroes who rewards patience and awareness. He's not about flashy numbers, he's about timing, rhythm, and turning enemy aggression into their own downfall. Use him to protect fragile mages, to reflect disabling effects, and to create tempo advantages your opponent can't recover from. Pair him with controllers and magic supports who benefit from longer fights, and you'll find that his value scales with every passing second. He's tricky to master, but in the right hands, Soleil can elevate your team's consistency and survivability to a whole new level. So, Guardians, how are you using Soleil? Have you tried him with Iris, with folio, or in a full control composition. Share your experiences below. Your feedback fuels our strategy discussions and helps the entire Olympus community grow stronger. And as always, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next deep dive. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.